All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live. We in the building, ready to have another outstanding show as we do live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio every single Monday night. We got a full house in here tonight, and we got our featured guest, our sister Nicole Fields is here, ready to give you all of her good stuff. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. We live from the Den right now.
Open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, then they must be half stepping. Ain't no half step on Marcus J is live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893. Be down with the flagship show, heard live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you to everybody who is joining us tonight. Everybody that's rocking with us. We rock with you and you roll with us. And the phone number is 804-402-2893 to be a part of tonight's show. Thanking those folks that are checking us out right now on TuneIn, on Streamer. We're thanking those folks that are checking us out right now on our replays on YouTube and all of the areas that you can check in with us. Of course, you can find all of our shows archived on our Legacy Internet Radio website on the on-demand tab. So if you miss any of tonight's show, you can find the recap there. But before I go any further in tonight's show, I want to make sure that I get the usual suspects introduced into the show. You hear her join us whenever she feel like coming here. Usually it's the first Monday of the month, but sometimes she just say, "I'm coming." And we say, "Come on in. The doors to your home is open." We got our sister, Q Boogie. What up, Boogie?
Is it on?
There you go.
So
I got you now.
That's proof that I ain't used to using one of these.
Nah. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You alright? You good?
I'm good. Who calling you?
I don't. They must know that I'm on the radio. They should know and whatnot. Anyway, what you got going on, Q Boogie?
Nothing I can talk about at the moment.
Nothing you can talk about. What's that about?
It's been the Mondays of Mondays.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the Mondays of Mondays,
Yeah.
but you making it? You good?
It's been a real Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can dig it. Hopefully, as we go through the show tonight, you can wake up and feel good and feel better.
Yes.
Word. And you hear our big sis join us on the third Monday of every single month. Big sis, S.Y. Butler, what it do?
Can you hear me now?
I got you.
What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
Hey, nothing. It's just a good day.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready to rock?
I'm ready. Hey, Hakeem.
Oh, good grief. Here we go with that. It's always
Hey,
the Hey Hakeem thing.
Don't do that.
It's been a month since I've heard it, and I wish it was like another month.
But you're still the sexiest with those glasses.
Yeah, well, what can I say?
You know.
Ain't no half step on Marcus J.
What just happened?
Live from the Den. Live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio, joining us as she does from her perch right on my right hand side. She is the first lady of Legacy Internet Radio, comedian S. Lissa P. What it do?
Legacy Internet Radio family. Ain't no half-step with Marcus J. What's going on?
I'm outstanding.
Everybody looks great. Well, I mean, Marcus J., you look okay, but everybody else looks fly. Yeah, okay. All this sexiness in the room. You know, I don't think the Den has seen it in a minute, so I'm pretty excited. I mean, you should be too, but yeah.
I'm definitely excited.
You should, and you're the only guy in the room, so you should definitely feel like
I'm the only
on
dude.
top of the world. Like you should feel like power, like
it's pretty dope.
Kim Jong power, something like that.
I don't know if I want to be down with Rocket Man.
That's some nuke power.
I don't know.
Really.
I want to be down with
But
the
yeah,
Rocket
I'm excited
Man.
to be here. Thank you for having me again. Appreciate
Absolutely. And would you mind introducing our featured guest of the night? Do that for me.
I sure will. Well, right here to my right, someone who, let's see, the last time she was actually in the Den was September 24th of 2016. And the last time she was here, she was on one of the Ladies Takeover Legacy series, which was When Support Comes at a Cost. And that was basically about Black women entrepreneurs and, you know, about their businesses and the things that they had to do or go through when it came, you know, to people supporting them as far as promotion and things like that. So from that series, I have one of the returning guests, and she is I was getting ready to say her title, but I'll wait. I have Miss Nicole Fields. Hey, boo. She's back in the Den.
Hey,
Glad to have you. Now, real quick before we get started, because we're going to make this a personal thing.
Absolutely.
Nicole or Nikki?
Whichever one you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, cool. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited to have you.
I think I have been, like, not necessarily like pinch me for real, like, and some people may have said, you know, Nicole, it's down the street from your house, but that's not even the issue.
Right.
The consideration and the thoughts of me,
right,
is what matters. But yeah.
Well, the thought, it took nothing because I see you, Queen, and for those who acting like they don't see you, they see you too. But I'm just glad that I was one of the ones who saw you first. So, again, I'm so happy to have you back. So, thank you.
No, thank you for having me.
So, and I guess before, do we want to get right in and talk to? Oh, girl, okay, well, we're gonna talk to you right now.
Okay, well, come on and talk to me right now.
First of all, how was your week?
My week is,
well, since
I was gonna say
talked to you
this morning.
Since I talked to you, since we started this.
Okay, my week has been full of phone calls, to be honest.
Full of phone calls.
Oh, Nicole, your pictures are amazing. You know, you like all over my timeline. I see you. I said,
okay.
That's how I felt too.
Did you need a tissue? That's right, boo. Let them see. Let them
this
see.
This girl pulled all these, but she pulled this thing together, honey. The biggest promoter in the city. Look. If you do not know about promoting, you all need to see her. Anyways. But yes, my week has been great.
Good.
Exciting and ready for this moment.
Good. Well, let's talk about why you're here.
Okay.
First of all, you are the executive director of No More Excuses.
I am.
So let us know, let the Legacy Internet Radio family know. And again, you guys, if you all want to go ahead and give Nicole a shout out, you can call her 804-402-2893. Again, it's 804-402-2893. Nicole, tell us how you birthed No More Excuses.
Wow. Okay, so No More Excuses was actually, I was pregnant. You know, usually it's 9 months you birth out a baby.
Right.
I was literally pregnant with Vision for about 5 years.
5 years. Wow, okay.
Walking in it, but never claiming it. And so I got tired of waiting.
Right.
I got tired of waiting for an opportunity. I got tired of people not seeing what I see.
Right.
And so about 2 years ago, I finally said I could have my own business. I'd been using No More Excuses for like the whole 5 years,
right,
but it wasn't on paper, so it wasn't actually mine.
Right.
So I went online to see if my name was, if it was available. Put the name in, No More Excuses, and it was not. I spelled it EXCUSES.
The regular way. Okay.
It's not acceptable. I cried for about an hour.
2 years. Okay.
Yes, like big tears, because in my mind I waited too long.
Okay.
And so I talked to one of my girlfriends, and I'm crying and I'm frustrated. And people who know me, they'll realize that sisters are important to me. So I was talking to one of my sisters, and she was like, so why don't you just change the spelling? And I was like,
creativity.
So no more excuses, because then you take the R-E. I was like, that just don't even sound.
Not no more with an apostrophe.
Right.
Okay.
And that just didn't. I was like, okay, no, I don't want you to think of me like that. She said, what about just the X? The X? Everyone has an excuse, but it's never the same, so it's unknown to whoever you presented it to.
Very well put. Wow.
And so that's how No More Excuses, the name came. The vision and the purpose of No More Excuses is to inspire vision in women. I'm a woman. I have endured. I have been through. However, I have had some hiccups in getting to where I wanted to be. So I would use that as, use my life stuff as an excuse to not be.
Right.
And I learned that ultimately in my life, it's up to me to turn the page for the next chapter. I'm 35, so I got 35 chapters in my book. My stuff that happened to me in my 27 won't hold me from accomplishing the things that I'm supposed to do in my 35. So we remove the excuses and we walk.
Right.
It may not be that you get it today or tomorrow, but we're going to walk in it together. And then to empower dreams and visions in children, mostly teenagers. You can hear a 5-year-old say, I want to be Superman. And we're like, boy, you can't be no Superman.
Right.
What do you mean you're going to be Superman? No, as a parent, as an adult, we should say, what does it take to get you to be Superman?
Right.
If that means that you have to wear red and blue and a cape to school as your mom, as your guardian, as your whatever, it's up to me to give you that.
Right.
So that you can be. If I teach you how to plan now, then you can become something at 15. Of course, at 15, you're not going to be Superman.
Oh, I was going to ask you, what age do they take off that cape?
Right.
I was wondering, because they can't go on forever with the cape. But
right, but the reality is, Spider-Man, Superman, they were only community heroes. He can be a pilot, he can still fly. A firefighter go up a building like Spider-Man and save lives. It's ultimately the same thing, but if you don't teach them how to plan and have goals, then you can't hold them accountable to have them at 16.
Right. So when you say you should be able to, do you feel like that right now there are not enough parents or elders telling kids, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can be Superman. Do you feel like there's a lack thereof right now?
It's absolutely a lack. This generation is raised by parents who were actually 15. So the 15-year-olds of the day, their parents had them at 15.
Right.
So nobody probably told them at 15 that they was going to end up being a parent. So their parent was ultimately probably 20. So there has been a loss in generational growth.
Right.
As it pertains to parenting.
Okay.
So I feel like because nobody showed them, then I can't hold you accountable to do something I've never showed you.
Right. Let me read part of your bio.
Okay.
It says, No More Excuses is to inspire, empower, and to improve the lives of women and teens in our community. No More Excuses continues to help improve women and teens live through programs that promote personal and professional development. No More Excuses wants to go beyond the standard of the norm of programming. Also, it says that Nicole has worked in various roles of prevention and intervention programs for over 20 years. She has provided HIV education, taught and used evidence-based intervention in individual settings as well as group settings. Now, with that, as far as when you go through and you feel like that you have to, as far as let kids know that you can basically be anything that you want to be, in the process of you teaching HIV prevention and intervention, how do you go about in the process of them saying, yes, you can be anything, how to protect yourself? As far as within the community, because like you said, there are some 15-year-old mothers, which even if I said that should not be, somebody could say, well, how can you say she shouldn't be a mother at 15? I really feel like that you should not be a mother at 15. So when you say prevention, not only with HIV, but other STDs that are known, unfortunately, a lot in our community, in the Black community. So how do you go about speaking with teens as far as what you do with No More Excuses about HIV prevention?
The funny thing is I'm known as the condom mom.
And a lot of people would have an issue with that. A
whole issue,
right?
And that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. You heard she said she got Trojans,
Absolutely.
She got Magnums, whatever
Absolutely.
your child needs.
In my car at the house.
No.
Because those who know me know I'm spiritual. So I know I believe in God and I trust God.
Right.
And the reality is, do we talk about abstinence? We do.
Right.
The reality that we live in is that they're not. Right? Okay. But my daughter is 7 years old. I use my children. So my daughter is 7 years old and was questioned about having sex with a boy by a third grader. So the reality is, if we don't start talking to them,
Right.
they're going to talk to each other,
Right.
which leads to experimenting, which leads to other things. And so for me, my thing is be transparent, tell the truth.
Right.
If I have the information, I give it to them. So
I think we have a comment, Marcus J.
Yeah, we got a couple. Our sister Frida says, "So proud of you, little cousin. Great things."
oh, I thank you.
And Justin says, "My daughter used to tell me that she wanted to be a mermaid, and all I did was encourage her. I know that I can start with teaching her how to swim and exposing her to
Absolutely.
aquariums and water. From there, she can go in the direction she chose." That might be one of the best comments
is-
we ever
that's
had
what
on
I'm
the show.
telling you.
That's outstanding, Justin. And then Michelle K says, "Peace to the crew."
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Michelle. Okay, go ahead.
And so for me, of course, the first thing I did is I started with the younger kids. I teach them correct body parts. Okay, correct body parts save lives.
Right.
Right. So if your child has been sexually assaulted, which is a big thing right now, sexually assaulted, sexually molested, if they come to you and say words that make no sense, so a poo poo and a cat and a fat, it's unexplainable to a doctor. It's unexplainable to places. So first tell them the correct body parts, starting young.
Right.
They'll learn to pronounce that word, that name. If that name is Boomquisha,
Right.
They're gonna learn how to pronounce it. If they gotta be boom boom at the beginning, you teach them Boomquisha at the beginning, not boom boom. You teach them the proper words.
Right.
Then when it comes to condoms, I do condom demonstrations at the drop of a hat. I was at Virginia State about 3 weeks ago, September the 21st for Prevention Day, and at my table were football players and other teenagers,
Okay.
young adults, 19, 20, who incorrectly put on condoms.
And you're at the college.
I'm at a college.
Okay.
So
Wow.
the same responsibility to me. I have a 16-year-old son. I am the house that all the kids like to hang out at.
Right.
You may have a bowl of candy on your table. I have condoms on mine.
Right.
Because it's open to talk about it. When we start closing the door, we can't, as parents, be effective and say, I'm going to close my door to you.
Right.
Right. And you can't come in. Or when you come in, I'm going to judge you predicated upon what you say.
I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
And let me jump in for a minute, First Lady, because I'm one of those parents. When you come to my house, then you're gonna be a part of how I run my house. Which means if you act up, I might smack your kid. So you should know if your kid come to my house,
Right.
your kid might get smacked if they
That's my
wild out.
house.
Having said that, with a 16-year-old male child, how has it been dealing with the parents of the friends, male or female, who may find the whole condom thing to be, quite frankly, a bit extra? I don't think it's extra, but I think that some folks might think that it is.
The crazy part, and I have to be honest, is I haven't had that.
Okay.
I haven't had a parent say, even I was at a football game and they brought the mom came to me, one of my players' moms came to me and said, so-and-so said you had something for him. Can I get it? I'm going to just put it in my pocketbook and put it in the car because I can't take it on the campus. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want those things on campus, yet they will make a daycare at the school for the mom. So that's your prevention intervention program.
Now let me tell you something, an experience that I had personally. Now, I myself, I don't have any children, but I have a 26-year-old nephew, a 22-year-old nephew, and a just turned 18-year-old niece. And when my 22-year-old nephew was playing basketball when he was younger, my sister used to talk, she was the cool mom. Everybody wanted to come to Keis's mama house, know.
Right.
But she used to talk to the boys about sex, about, what y'all doing. Y'all better make sure y'all, protecting yourself. And I'm looking at her like, why are you talking to these kids? Because if they go home and be like, yeah, well, Marquise's mom talked to us about it. I was like, could you please stop? So I, not even being a parent, I felt some type of way about my sister talking to these other kids who were not hers about sex, something I felt like that she didn't need to. And of course, her thing, again, to me was, Melissa, they're already talking about it anyway. So you mean to tell me you don't have any parents that come to you that feel some type of way?
They may be scared to come to me, I guess. I haven't.
Okay.
And I've been handing out condoms. So I've been doing prevention education in the schools since I was 14.
Okay.
And so I used to be known as a sex lady when I was about 19.
Wow.
In the school system. So it was through a program, through Planned Parenthood and Fan Free Clinic. I've gone to the jails and done prevention education. So there are levels to education. So I also do a cheeking class, but that's for adults. That's to teach women that you can effectively put on a condom and not mess up the moment and have a good time.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
Absolutely.
What was that called again?
So it's called cheeking. Yeah, go ahead, write it down.
Okay, the cheekling class.
Now-
you have one of those classes?
I actually
what
ready to
time
start
is
back
it?
up. You know
Okay,
what?
the
I don't want to
cheekling
be the guy
classes.
that's uninformed, but I am. Is there some sort of
yes.
etymology to cheeking? Like, what the hell does that mean?
Okay, so cheeking is putting
Oh,
a
it's
condom on with
cheeking.
no
Oh.
hands.
Word.
Oh, that sounds like a talent.
Hey, girl.
Okay.
The reality is condoms can save you. The catch is,
Amen.
let's remove the excuses as to why they won't use them.
That's why I don't have name one.
No more
Amen.
excuses.
Checkmate.
So you teaching? Because
Wow.
now I'm like, I don't want to turn the conversation in the wrong direction,
To the
but I am.
left.
Yeah.
But I
We're
am.
gonna go all the way to
but
the
I-
left.
I feel like I don't even want to
But
talk
but
to
I am
that anymore.
fascinated about that. Now, is that class for the female, for the male, or for both?
So when I initially did it, it was only for females.
Okay.
And we've done them for females and males, but we talk about the other condoms because they're more than just one condom. The male condom is not the only thing that exists.
Right.
There's a female condom. There's a finger cut. You can use saran wrap. You can cut a latex glove and make it a dental dam. There are fun things that you can do. The catch is, are you willing to learn?
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna leave it at the basics because that was a
Did you
lot,
just
Miss
write
Nicole.
basics?
Yeah, I had to write Miss Nicole. Wow. Okay, we need to make sure we set you up with like some classes because this is great, very interesting. Oh my
But there are
goodness.
levels, so I wouldn't do those classes for my
Yes,
16-year-olds.
it's levels to this. I can
However,
see it.
we know that they're having sex because we know that the teen pregnancy rate continues. Although it's not as high as it used to be, it does continue to happen.
Right.
Right? I just saw a picture, I think, of some 11-year-old girl, her stomach out on some Facebook or some foolishness.
Wow.
The reality is that it happens. The catch is, are you bold enough as a parent to say, I don't know, I don't have the answers, let me find a resource and be safe enough to sit them, and I'm a safe place.
Right.
You bring your baby to me, they're gonna leave with some information. You may even leave with some information, and I'm okay with that. And I'm still learning. You know, at 35, I'm still learning techniques and things to help.
Right, right. If you all want to contact or speak with Miss Nicole, y'all have any questions and or comments, contact us at 804-402-2893. Again, that's 804-402-2893. Oh, shout out to Hey Neek. Oh, Hey Neek. She is one of the co-hosts to our Saturday show. It's so many. I
got something to say.
Yes, I got something to say. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't God great? Hey Neek.
That just means we're growing.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta, I need a list of what we're doing. But again, if you also want to leave Nicole a comment, you can also get us on the Legacy Internet Radio page, or like I said, the website or the fan page. So, what other things now? You say you also speak at the colleges. Do people also ask you to come to their jobs?
I haven't had like a job request. I've done churches, I've done colleges, I've done teen parties, I've done vigils.
And how do the church visits go?
Because I don't just talk about sex.
Okay.
I talk about a plethora of things. That's just kind of what we got stuck at recently.
Yeah, the basics.
Right, the basics. But the big thing for me is inspiring vision and dreams.
Right.
And so I talk about that, but I'm transparent. I tell my life. I grew up in the church, but that doesn't mean that I did not live outside of the church.
Right.
And so I talk about my life and how those things and the things I've gone through how they help me. I share them ultimately because I'm still in a healing process, but my healing happens when I share.
Right. What are some of the things, or where would you like to see No More Excuses go?
Wow. Oh, me. So international, ultimately. There's some work here. So because I don't want people to get caught up in me saying international and mean that I'm going to miss where I started.
Right.
Because I'm not.
Right.
The reality is there's a plethora of people who need help.
Right.
And so the goal is to have an agency here where we will have a center where women can come in and get services.
Okay.
From GED to job training, all on one level, and then downstairs, because a lot of women's issues are, I can't do this because of my children.
Awesome.
So there will be a fully functioning downstairs where there'll be homework, there'll be dinner prepared, one less thing that she has to worry about. There'll be van transportation to all athletic places for the babies to participate in their programs, and we will run programs to help build women.
That is phenomenal. Marcus J, got a comment?
Yeah, I got a couple of comments here. Neek is saying that she was the parent that the kids' friends came to because the parents were not open or interested in their kids' lives. Laurel is agreeing, saying that she was that parent as well. Our brother Thomas says, most parents are uncomfortable talking to their children about sex, drugs, alcohol, other things like that. But if they trust you to let their children come to your home, spend time with you and your family, they will not have a problem with you educating and empowering their child with the knowledge that they are uncomfortable with. It's a great feeling to be that parent. I know a little bit about being that parent. I'm the cool daddy. When I'm with mama and her friends, I'm the one they all want to come and hug on and give high fives to. I got cool little handshakes with a couple of them. That's just kind of how I roll, where there's a couple parents where they just kind of look at him and go, hi. You know what I mean? Now, I don't try to be that parent. It just comes naturally. So my guess is for you, if you're giving rubbers out at 14, and I'm going to use a slang term to speak freely.
Understood.
If you're giving rubbers out at 14 and by 19 you already known as that lady or that person, my guess is as you're raising children, you have already kind of established yourself as being a cool parent. Now, the cool parent doesn't mean that you let the children get away with whatever they want to go away with. That doesn't mean you're the cool parent. The cool parent means I understand the language of the children.
Because I don't play no games with my babies. They do. Oh, Lord, let me tell you something. I have 4 children, and I would knock one out with the other one, call the other one, and then the other one to knock the other one out. I don't play
all the ages? Give me all the ages.
Okay, so my oldest is 16.
And sexes?
Male.
Okay.
That's Nate. I give names. I have a 12-year-old Malik. I have an 11-year-old Nicholas, and I have a 7-year-old Princess Michaela.
3 boys and a little lady.
Yeah.
And she the youngest.
She is the youngest.
Him downstairs. Sound like the Bernie Mac skit.
Right, and she definitely is a him downstairs type of child.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and look at you all up and down. But yeah, those are my kids. But then there's a Travis, there's Chris. If I do not mention them as they are watching, they will have a complete fit, which are my other kids.
Right.
So and then there's Tion, and there's Day Day. And so those are my other babies. Those are the people I've inherited throughout the years that stay at my house, who parents know me. And because if I could feed them and I could treat them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you leave them here, then they become my responsibility.
Yep.
Right.
They don't leave my house without me calling you first.
Yep.
Because there's a respect there as parents.
Right.
What something else that you are involved in, which has become a sensation, which I'm glad that you actually put that in your bio, because that is definitely the truth. You have become a social media sensation with #Convo with Nikki.
Yes.
So please tell me how that came about.
Convo with Nikki started. I get my hair done by a sister. And so I was at Octavia Wright's. I was at her house getting my hair done. And I was going live as a joke. Because, when family do your hair, when family do stuff for you, they kind of treat you a little different.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I had got my hair colored. Mm-hmm. Color was running completely down my face. Mind you, it was a girl in a chair getting colored.
Right.
I paid her, but another paying, I guess she paid a little more, customer. She had cotton wrapped around her head. She had a bag over her head. And so I thought it was hilarious. So I went live, and it was actually before I was coming here. Before I was getting my hair done to come here, because I even said on my live, I'm getting my hair done to be on the radio. Don't judge me. And so that's exactly what happened. And so I was getting my hair done, and as I was talking, I talked about what our show was going to be about. Mm-hmm. And it took me, when I talk enough, it just took me to another place, especially when it talks about women and the lack of support that we give each other.
Right.
And how it's easy for me to talk down to you, but it's hard for me to encourage you when ultimately we probably walk the same walk. My shoes just may be a little different.
Right.
And I kind of got that deep on this live video, and it was like, whoa. And I realized the video now it was an hour long. I had like 15 people following me.
Right.
And my sisters, who hear me talk like this all the time, took my phone and said, look, if you want to see her pay for a conference, if you want to see her pay for her tea, because they ultimately believe people should pay for my stuff. I'm a little different. I do believe that there should be increase. However, I also believe that sometimes you just have to give knowledge at no cost.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, so starting Monday, I'm going to do these lives. I came here on Saturday and started that Monday.
And you've been doing it
and
ever
I've been
since.
doing it ever since. It's been a year.
Isn't that something?
Crazy, stupid, and retarded. Because in my mind, it had not been that long.
Right.
And
Right.
thank God for Facebook memories because it
Right.
popped up. And I said, Lord, I've been doing
Facebook
this
did
for
something
a
right.
You probably
year.
said, well, I'll be
Look at
damned.
Exactly. Well, I be goddamn. I was like, that is me.
That is you. And now for that, what would you like for this to go international, even though we already know the internet is international. But you know, I mean, we even take people like Marcus J had made a comment on his post about how everybody's talking about Cardi B. You know, Cardi B, she became an IG,
She
you know,
did. She
sensation.
did.
So
That thing is #1 in the whole world.
so you feel later on like is a hashtag combo with Nikki talk show?
It will be. Let me be careful what you say because you will ultimately see what you say. And so in the past week, no,
Wait
2
a minute.
weeks.
Money, my man, a house out the woods.
Right.
Now living with my grandma. Okay, write it down, make
Right.
it plain.
Absolutely.
I can see. I need me a few tablets. Okay.
No, and I'm gonna tell you, I said so that week that I realized it's been a week. I did a show every day. So when I initially started, I did Combo with Nikki every day. It became draining. Around this time last year, I became sick, and that's when I kind of knew that I was walking in purpose because everything started to fall apart, and so my body literally fell apart. So I cut back to 2 days and 1 day or whatever, and then I went back for that week of celebration. I celebrated for the whole week. The things that I said out loud were, "I will be on OWN. I will. So watch me because I'll be there." And the other thing I said is that I will be international and my name will be great. I'm not worried about money. Like
Right.
that's gonna come.
Right.
I'm worried about my name and who I am. What, we got a call?
Wait a minute. What? Hold up. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
hey, wait
Oh,
a minute.
welcome to Legacy Internet Radio. You on the line with what? Nikki. Hey, how are you? What do you want to get into? You got a question for Nikki?
Hey, this is Sonya. I just wanted to
Hold
say
on, we
hey,
can't
and
hear
I
you,
love
sugar.
ya.
Hold on, we're gonna turn you up. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, we can hear you. Hey, boo. What's your name again?
Hey, Sonya from Doing Time.
Hey.
Hey, Sonya.
Damn, did y'all practice that?
I just wanted to call and say hey, and I love y'all, and I'm proud of both of y'all.
Thank you
Oh, we
so
love you
much,
too,
Sonya.
Well, Sonya, we're proud of you because I would let you say it, but I'll go ahead and say that Miss Sonya has her own show here at Legacy Internet Radio that airs every Sunday
at 8 to,
yeah,
I mean, from 7 to 9.
No, 8:30
to 10:30. Yeah,
Yes,
she's
doing time.
Yes, I do, and
Yes.
we have very awesome shows. That show is like therapeutic for me. At the end, I feel like I done changed somebody's life for real.
That's because you have.
You have, sugar.
You have.
Marcus, what up?
Yeah, I'm here. What it do, sis? How you doing?
I'm doing great. And I don't know if y'all know, but Miss Nikki is my networking sponsor. So shout out to her also for helping me, share all of my posts and get some things going. We working on some things behind the scenes, so stay tuned for that.
Isn't that something?
Absolutely. Who
That's
better
awesome.
to support than a sister?
Yeah.
Who better than
That's right.
And I know, and you trust her, and I know that her heart is genuine. If she was calling me saying she was going to be talking about cooking, I would say, sis, I mean, I believe you,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess I could share your post. But because I know that this subject, that show, helps her heal, because
Right.
she's changing somebody else's life in the midst. I am excited and proud, and everything that she's about to do, where she's going, it is crazy. You have not even thought about the things that are bigger than the things that you're about to do.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's big.
That is big. It kind of moved me. And like I said, it's really good to see the support. And like I said, it was crazy because once I posted that Nicole was going to be here, Sonya was straight up out there. That's my girl. That's my sis. I love her. Share, share. So that's really good that y'all have that love. And we should all have that love for one another. There's a whole lot of stuff going on against us right now. We the last ones who need to be going against us. So the love that y'all have and the support y'all give, it's very addictive. So thank y'all. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Well, y'all have a great show, and I appreciate y'all letting me call in. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, beautiful.
Thank
Love you too.
Thank you,
Love
Sonia.
you.
And you know how stepping Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We got First Lady of Legacy Internet Radio, as well as our sister Nicole Fields. She's talking about No More Excuses, convo with Nikki, all the outstanding things she's doing. Let me get a couple of comments in from the folks that's rocking with you and rocking with us. Our sister Letitia says, I love how Nicole, my beautiful sister, is able to have that relationship with the teens of our community today. Outstanding comment, Letitia. Thanks for rocking with us. Our sister Bryna out of New York says, you go, girl. Look how far you've come, the insight you possess and share with others, and the strength you've gained in teaching others through. Real Talk 100. You're getting a lot of love here, Nicole, and we appreciate you bringing it to us and helping us share with the listeners your light, because the light that you're shining is making sure that everybody is able to see. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial.
Nicole, you also have something else coming up, my dear. It will be next year, March 2018.
Yes.
It is a women's conference that is called
Don't Judge Me by My Shoes. Help Me with My Walk.
Isn't that what a phenomenal title? Now, how did you come up with that and the concept of the conference?
Again, because fear can get in our way.
Mm-hmm.
And so this conference I actually had on me 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the issue had become, I heard all this, I can't stand with being with no women. I don't have no women friends. Women get on my nerves. Women, that. And it had to be a something. As women, ultimately, my job is to help you.
Right.
So if you could stop looking at my shoes, you know we love a good shoe, honey.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
You can go to Heels and Dresses Boutique and get a bad shoe.
Yeah, what you say it one more
Heels
time?
and Dresses Boutique.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And you can get you a bad shoe.
Yes.
Right?
Are they on Facebook?
They are. Heels and Dresses Boutique. You
Okay.
can also follow Miss Maisha Hawkins.
Okay,
right.
I think she is the owner and
she
founder?
She is the owner, absolutely.
Owner and founder, and she is a sister.
And she is my sister.
Yes.
And she your sister.
And my sister
Look at that girl. We sisters.
Okay.
But sometimes as women, we can look at a woman's shoe and assume we know her story.
Right.
Right? It's something about a shoe in a bag, and you kind of put it together, and you see her walking, and instead of you taking a moment to say, oh, that's a nice shoe, you've judged her whole situation, assume you know her story,
right,
whether good or bad, because that can either be, oh, that's a bad shoe. Is she faking it like she don't have the money?
Right.
Is it really real? Is that red bottom painted on? Because mine's going to be spray painted until God got me. But, or is it that she had the money? Or is it a gift from the man who abuses her? Or is this her cover-up? Or is this her mask?
Right.
So the process for this conference is a 3-day conference, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
The benefit of the conference is to remove your mask, extend your hand, and help her.
Say that one more time.
Remove your mask, extend your hand, and help her.
Okay, and remove your mask. Her mask. What is that?
Remove your mask.
Remove your mask.
So ultimately, let me deal with some stuff with me, right? The mask. As women, I'm gonna say as people, but I'm gonna deal with women because that's what I know. Men, I kind of know, but I don't got one, so that's probably because I don't know them a lot. But for women, we wear these masks. We wear the mask of a mom.
Right.
We wear a mask of a daughter. We wear the mask of an employee. We wear the mask of whatever, my sister, your mama, your aunties, your uncles. We put a mask on,
right,
to cover up what we don't want to be shown. Some of it is good and beneficial, because you know when you're stressed and you're going through things, but when that mask becomes so glued on that you can't take it off, that your smile is not genuine and you haven't smiled for real in a long time, let's take off your mask. Let's go to a place where you're actually you. Where is that? But when you get ready for bed, most people. Pajama time, so we're going to have a pajama night where healing will take place. And then to extend your hand, meaning to offer help, to listen. Maybe you don't feel like you have something to offer, but hey, I can at least sit down and listen. Because sometimes a genuine listen heals all bad. You can actually heal yourself if you just start talking. The fear is the talking, and that I can trust the person beside me to not judge me, to not accuse me, to not beat me down by what I'm about to share. But then let's give a safe place. But ultimately to help her. In return, you're helping yourself, because you're going to share your story. You're going to hear a story that sounds like yours, right? Or something that you've already endured. Or you, thank God you haven't. But if you had, let me tell you what I would have done.
So remove your mask, extend your hand, and help her. Mm-hmm. Awesome. That is so awesome. Now, because it's still in the making, do we have a location right now?
So we know for sure it's going to be in Northern Virginia.
Okay. So it's going to be Northern Virginia.
We have something in place that I'm going to speak it because it ain't going to happen. So the goal is to have it at the Embassy Suites in Georgetown. Can I say that? Can I say that? Oh. Okay, so the goal, I have my sisters with me. The goal is to have it at the Embassy Suites in Georgetown.
Okay.
For Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. 3-day conference.
3-day conference.
That is. And from this 3-day conference, you are hoping that everyone takes away what?
A moment of healing. So there's a process to healing. So I'm not telling you you're going to come here and all your stuff going to be gone. You bring in 30 years of stuff. I don't have that kind of power to break up all your stuff in this time.
Okay.
But the goal is for you to have some tools to take away.
Right.
Some realistic tools to take. I'm not finna. Iyanla fix people's lives in 2 hours, an hour on the show.
Yes.
The show they recorded for about 2 days.
Yes.
Okay, so the reality is none of I'm not gonna break nothing off you.
You're so right.
I'm not gonna break nothing completely off of you in this 3 days. Cause I don't want to say, well, I went and I don't, but you will leave with a something.
Right.
It's up to you. Better come with an expectation though.
Right.
An expectation to leave with something that's going to cause healing to happen for you.
Right. And I think anybody who comes to anything, and you should want to and be able and willing to take something away. You know, there's a lot of people, even how they say about church, people just sit there and, I feel this, I left the same way I came, and that's because a lot of people, you come with that attitude that I'm going to leave the same way I came.
You walk in.
Again, you need
perception.
For everybody to be open-minded when they come to the conference.
Because it's going to be some different stuff. It's going to be some spiritual stuff, but I'm not promising you that it's going to be we shouting and falling in the floor.
Right.
But we will have some meditation because things are different. I don't want just one walk of life to be there.
Right.
I want different ethnicities. I want different social classes because learning happens when everybody around you doesn't look just like you.
Right.
And so I'm not telling you that I don't want a moment for African Americans to have a moment, but my son should be able to go and speak to a Caucasian and not feel like he is stagnated or stuck because he has never had an experience to talk with one.
Right.
And I think sometimes our kids, I'm going back to kids, but our kids get stuck in a place because they haven't been exposed to something that looks different.
Right.
So in this room, they're going to be millionaires. I'm already speaking, and they're going to be millionaires in this room. They're going to be business owners in this room, and they're going to have to leave their title at the door.
I love the way you speak. It's got an element of motivational speaking to it. You're one of those people who I feel it here. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there in the atmosphere. And the universe is going to reward me because I'm doing the work. And it's not like I'm doing the work, so I'm expecting rewards. It's I'm doing the work, so I know it's coming. It's hard. I don't even know if I'm articulating it the way I'm thinking it, but you're inspiring the way you're speaking. You got a gift. You have a gift, and the energy that you're giving off, and the confidence that which you speak with is inviting. It's hard to not listen to you. Some folks that can go to the top of the mountain and scream as loud as they can, and folks ain't listening, they in their phone. You know what I'm saying? But you could probably whisper, ain't nobody gonna be in their phone. You know what I mean? And that's a gift. I heard a rumor. I don't know if you can maybe confirm or deny this rumor, but I did hear a rumor that you're going to be part of the Sisters Cruise in 2018.
That is not a rumor.
Is it not a rumor?
No, I am. I
heard
have been asked to be one of the speakers, so I will have my own session on the Sisters Cruise.
Yes.
Great
Talk to us about it, because we had Makita and Sean on a couple months ago.
Yes, they are amazing women. I met Sean through another. It's called Women of Greatness. Was another group of women that I'm a part of. I don't even know what to call it because Women of Greatness it's Tarshaine King. It was her vision to bring together entrepreneurs, women, African American women, to the table and celebrate them. She gave us a spot to just kind of share our business, and we were on Comcast for about 5 weeks. And I met Sean at an initial meeting a year ago. I'm just, okay.
Full circle, girl.
Process. And so.
About a year ago, like around the same time you were here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I peeped that. I saw that.
And so I didn't think about it until now.
Yeah.
So I met Sean there. We laughed, we joked. I knew about her dips and her salads, and we talked and we laughed, and we had like 2 more meetings after that, which one of them happened to be this year. When she was planning the cruise, I was a part of her girls' trip, the movie, and then herself and Makita came up with this idea to have a sisters cruise, a cruise of empowerment for women.
Yes.
And Sean was in one of our Women of Greatness meetings, and she says, Nicole, I'm going to have you on the cruise. And I said, okay. And I smiled and I laughed. Not because the reality is for people in this city, I'm going to say people in general, people say, you remember that episode of Martin and Tommy Davidson was like, Martin, come visit me at my house. Yeah. And Martin actually showed up and he yelled in rerun. He said, how many times I told you to come to my house? He said 1,000,000. How many times you been to my house? Never. The reality is that some people say things and they're kind of just blah. Just saying it for the moment. And not that I wanted to take Sean for that. I'm just saying that was my thought process. It would have been exciting if she called, but if she didn't, I still wouldn't have had no love lost for her. And so she did a post about a week later. And me liking and sharing, that's what I do. I liked it, I shared it. She inboxed me and she says, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I was serious about the show, but I need you, no, she said, I need you to call me to remind me because my mind is crazy. And I said, okay, Sean, I'm going to call you. Friend. Right, we all have a friend like that. And so I looked at the time and realized it was past the time. I still called her. She said, so you will speak on this cruise. I said, oh, okay, Sean, well, that's fine. She said, I'm going to make sure, because if you come, then it's free to you. I was going on a cruise anyway. But a free cruise.
A little different. A little different.
It's even more. Did y'all hear?
It's a little different.
So as a speaker, and she said, oh, and we also going to help with some other stuff. For me, that was enough for me. The opportunity to speak is something about consideration, just for to have your name considered. You know, when you get a Grammy, even just they excited before they know just who won. Right? You know what I mean? Just but because you thought of me in this process, you could have asked 1,000,000 other people. There are 1,000,000 motivational speakers who've probably been doing it way longer than me, and you thought of me. Right. And it happened. I accepted. I got a contract, and it is done. So I will be one of the speakers on the Sisters Cruise 2018.
We're definitely so happy.
And my name will be international.
We're happy.
In our process.
Definitely happy about that. We're getting a hit from our sister Jackie Hosky, who was the conduit that led this show to Sean and Makita.
Okay.
She is the founder of The Bridge.
Okay.
And she said, Jackie, and she said she can't wait to see you. And she's asking about she's asking why Northern Virginia.
Why Northern Virginia? So I went online and did some events, like Google some events, and the women in Northern Virginia show up. That's the reality. There is some type of sisterhood or something that just happens when they do an event. I have done events here. I have attempted to do events here, and the turnout is somewhat minimal. Or people don't want to purchase until the last minute. And when the window is closed for this event, it's going to be closed. And then there's a sense of intimacy, because I do want women from here to come. However, women from here we need a break. And if I tell you that I'm going to have it at the Marriott downtown, guess what they're going to do when they finish? Go home. This is a moment for healing, so it's seclusion of you. Right? Take a moment as a parent, as a wife, as an employee. You can be single. You deserve a moment. And this weekend, although it's going to be some work for healing, this can be a moment. At 35, I had never been on a vacation by myself, ever. I got on that vacation. It was the stupidest mess I had ever endured in my whole life.
Did you act up a little bit?
I didn't, because I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I realized, so I've gone through a moment of self-discovery with me. And so this trip was a part of it. So I'm a mom. I've been a mom since I was 19. I got into this room where there's no noise. It was 3 bedrooms, huge place. It was at Williamsburg. It wasn't far. It was just a drive to Williamsburg. 3 bedrooms. I cut on all the TVs in the room because I just wasn't used to peace.
Right.
You know, and so I was like, what is this stupidness? So then it was time for dinner. I ordered dinner. I'm so used to being the person that says, what y'all want to eat? And I just figure out what I like off of what you want. That's not just with my children. That's with my sisters. That's with my mom. That's with my dad. Like, what do y'all want? And I'm going to serve you. Because I have a servant's heart. So I ordered $40 worth of food. Just random stuff. I ordered some cheesecake wings. Nothing went together. I ordered some spaghetti. And I think I ordered like some cookies or something.
You just
Go
pick
ahead.
and
That's
you
why.
pick.
Please say, because that's why I look like she is about to die over there. You did that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Take that one. No, turn it on. No. Something's going on. Take that one. Let me go ahead and investigate what's going on with this.
So you did that out of the boredom and confusion of what to eat because you were out of your element.
Out of my
so
element.
you had a whole bunch of whatever.
Like, whatever y'all want.
You could get
I could get everything. And it was my money. I had to share. I usually share, you know, Mom, what's that you got? Let me get a piece of that. You know, and so I'm so used to being that. I only ate probably about $15 worth of the $40. But then I also, I try to find, you know, everybody say you take a book and read. That's peaceful. So I took a book. I wanted to take a bubble bath, and I'm going to tell you about all the things. So I got the book and realized I don't like to read. Not that I won't read, so I'm not retarded. I just don't like to read. It's not a peaceful place for me. It wasn't for me. It was kind of like, what am I doing with this book? I don't even think I read the intro to the book. Put the book down. I went and took a bubble bath. Turned the bubble. I had bubbles everywhere. Bubbles was all up the wazoo. Cut the music on. I seen it on TV. It looked like it was supposed to be the thing to do. My hair started sweating. I said, who here gonna do my hair? Let me get up out this tub. I don't like bubble. I mean, I don't say I don't like a bubble bath, but that's not relaxing for me. I got out. I dried off. I flopped on the bed and put a remote controller in my hand, and nobody was telling me what channel to turn it to.
Yeah, see,
that was peace.
Being on your own was almost stressful.
Right.
Trying to relax on your own.
But then I found it. When I found it, I didn't move off the sofa. I mean, on the bed. I laid on that bed, and that's my peace. So on my time that I'm down, I'm probably going to be laying in a bed watching TV. That's because but I had to find that. It couldn't be given to me. It couldn't be told to me. And so the goal for this weekend is to hope for that the women who leave from Richmond and who leave from DC, that they don't go back home either, that they still stay, right? Because the healing has to take place there. Yeah.
For the switcheroo. Okay, well, before we close out, girl, I just want to thank you again so very much for coming back in the den. I need for it not to be another year, but you so busy. You international now. We're about to do this by FaceTime for real. Like, seriously. We've got Nicole on the screen. You
on
know,
the screen. Let me
she's
put the
in
screen
Japan,
to the screen.
You know,
right.
combo with Nikki. You know, no more excuses. Before we go, please let us know anything that you want to say about No More Excuses, anything else you want to say about #Convo with Nikki, anything else you want to say about the Women's Conference in March 2018, anything else you want to say about the cruise, or anything you just want to say about yourself. Now's your time, sugar. And also all your contact info, everything.
Wow. So, again, thank you. What would I say? I would say that I will be great.
Yes.
And so I don't know if you all know this, or it's hard for me to take accolades of hearing how great I am. I've learned that I say that's what I am, so ultimately other people have to see it, and to learn to be okay with that. Not that, and know that it's coming from genuineness when people say it, and learning that it's okay to be powerful, to be amazing, to be great, no matter what anybody else says. No matter what your life may have looked like, no matter what the storm may have been, you open up your umbrella and you walk. You walk in the storm. It does not mean that your life stops. It means that you endured that storm to get through it, and then turn around and share it in the encouragement that you got to get through that storm to the person that's behind you, scared to open the umbrella. And so No More Excuses is a nonprofit. In order for let's start with the conference. Information on the conference, NM, the letter N, the letter M, the letter X, the letter events.com. nmxevents.com. You can subscribe there. And so all the teasers throughout this 6-month process will be there. You subscribe. Registration actually is going to open November the 1st. There will be an early bird registration. I advise you to do it then. Because January 1st, the price will go up, and we will not hold back because the price will go up. And it's worth the investment for your own healing. No more excuses. My information is 804-475-8673. Text me. It's easier. Calling me. I'm a mom. It's hard for me to answer the phone, but I do respond to text messages. My email address is No More Excuses Inc. And I'll put it on here so because it's no one ever spells it right, but it's NOMOREXCUSES Inc.com. I mean at gmail.com. And my takeaway would be today is the tomorrow you talked about yesterday. So don't make an excuse and do what you say you want to do.
Wow.
She is a daughter. She is a mother. She is a friend. She is a business owner. But most of all, she is a black woman walking in her greatness. Miss Nicole Fields, thank you, my beauty. Thank you so, so much. And I will be in touch because we going to be watching you, boo. We going to be watching you. Legacy Internet Radio, ain't no half-stepping with Marcus J. Again, we like to thank Miss Nicole Fields of No More Excuses for joining us in the den once again.
Absolutely. Let me give you some flowers. You've been getting flowers the whole time. Corey says you got the juice, sis. Felicia says she's proud of you. Tina says that's my baby. Julia says I need the information about that sister cruise. Ishmael is just saying peace. Shauna say Shauna's tuning in. Let's see. Paula says that you're looking good. Sonata says, hey, beautiful sister. Rachel says yes. And I translate it. It just says yes. Right. But I said, I gave it a little extra. LaWanda's loving this. Margot says, say that, Nicole. We got to show the babies how. Tyrese saying, hey. Sarah saying, hey. Janisha saying, get it, Nicole. Sarah saying, go, Nicole. So proud of you. Letitia saying, hey, sis. Sheila saying, you're great. Todd saying, hey. Danae saying, shine. Let's see. Virginia saying, so proud of you. Ollie saying, looking and speaking very well. You're a truly inspiration to young people. Proud of you. Thomas is saying, a voice of passion, love, and wisdom. Plant your seeds. Jackie says, love it. You got a lot of love here, and you should know it. So we're definitely glad and proud to have you here. So thank you for rocking with us, because we're going to continue to roll with you. All right. You got time to hang out with us for a little while? You gonna hang out?
Absolutely,
you're hanging out for a little while. All right. Ain't no half-step with Marcus J. Live from the den, Legacy Internet Radio. Got a couple of more segments to get into tonight. We're gonna ask what the hell. We got a healthy segment from our sister SY later on. We got a lot of show to give you. The flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. I'm your host, Marcus J. She's First Lady, and she is our sister Nicole, our featured guest of the night. We'll bring back the whole crew on the other side. Ain't no half step with Marcus J. Live from the den, Legacy Internet Radio. We'll be back in a few. Y'all stay with us.
Yo, what's going on, world? It's yours truly, comedian Micah Bam Bam White, and I'm rocking out with you right here on Legacy Internet Radio. You heard it right. Legacy. That means what your life is about. Internet, that's where you can find it. Radio, that's who we are. Check us out. Peace.
Hey, it's Miss Tony. Need something to wear but don't want to look like everybody else on the planet? Then head over to 322 by Tony, the boutique with vintage and modern clothing and accessories for men and women, all at extremely affordable prices. Shop anytime at 322bytony.com. That's 3-22bytoni.com. Again, 3-22bytoni.com. Follow us on Instagram at 3_22bytony, or on Facebook at 3-22bytony. 322 by Tony. Look good, feel great.